cabby?
I missed that. He shouts cabby all the time. It's hilarious. I will be right back. I am going to make myself a tea because after all that talking, my throat is dry and really hurts. Okay, I am back. I have my tea. Let's talk to Miss Lambert. Forgot her name.
Please, go right in. Please wait here, gentlemen. I will see if Miss Lavinia is receiving callers. She's in her room.
And I assume we are to talk to Mr. Grimble. No, Sherlock, yes. Thank you.
Well, Mr. Grimble, I didn't expect to see you here at this hour.
Chills.
I am worried about Miss Lavinia, needless to say. I also thought I might learn something of interest about the investigation. This difficulty, if it persists, can do great harm to the business.
Sir Bromsby and Miss Lavinia had rather strained relations, it seems.
Well, Sir Bromsby and Miss Lavinia have never got on very well. Of late, their distance had grown due to the influence of several incidents.
What sort of incidents, precisely?
I do remember one instance in India, where Sir Bromsby attacked a friend of Miss Lavinia. He was our native cartman's son. It seems he spilled a jug full of water that was intended for Sir Bromsby to wash his face. Bromsby began cursing and thrashing the boy before his daughter's very eyes. Miss Lavinia took her friend's part and spoke to her father most rudely.
The devil, you say? What occurred next?
There is no one in the whole of India who would have dared address Sir Bromsby in such a manner. He stayed closeted in his office for the entire day. The next day, he fired the carter. But despite these incidents, I am still sure that Miss Lavinia sincerely loved her father.
Okay.
I'm sorry, but I have to go.
All right, as you wish. I shall remain here.
We have to go? Okay, we'll walk around a bit then. Not sure why, but let's walk around a bit.
I have to leave you, sirs. I need to verify certain things.
The more we consider the facts of this affair, the more mysterious it becomes.
The important thing is to be precise and rigorous in your analysis. But at Scotland Yard, we know this well. Reminds me a bit of bad business I resolved. I believe it involved a theft of sticks from a polo team.
I have myself engaged in this sport but a few years ago.
Really?
Do you enjoy the sport of polo, Mr. Grimble?
No.
You cannot imagine the benefits of this sport. To achieve perfect form and union, man with horse.
A little like the waltz, eh?
Exactly. Except that with this sport, mounting is at full speed, which complicates things singularly.
I don't follow you.
The team from Brixton, in my opinion, is the finest example of how polo should be played.
Perhaps they may well be. But what would you say about that last match of the Old Goats Rangers?
They were absolutely splendid. But what of the Brixton team?
Weren't they the cause
Why
of
are
some
they talking
ruckus
about
a
polo?
matter of corruption?
Men, honestly. I'm not really sure what I would be checking out here, but, you know. Okay, not leaving.
May I come in?
Well, oh, take that!
Pardon me. It is already quite dead, you know.
Oh, you frighten me. I have a case of the nerves, you understand. I cannot find my bottles.
What bottles? Do you need alcohol to work?
On the table.
No, not those. That is a poor vintage. The 2 bottles that the old crab, God rest his soul, ordered up from London for the party. Both were 18-year-old whiskey, perfect for the digestion and the heart's sorrows.
And who could have taken them?
I'm sure that the barman from Hartford stumbled them. Who else would know to take those particular bottles over the others?
Very good. I will...
That's it.
Oops, I clicked off that by accident. Sorry. I'm not really sure what else to do. I'll just search around until I find something interesting, I suppose.
To whom does this belong?
Good question. I already did the footprints in here. See if there's anything new in the bathroom. Nothing new in the bathroom. Let's go then. No, Sherlock, please leave. Miss Lavinia's purse?
A handbag of Lavinia Bromsby. I do not favour ransacking a lady's personal property, but I think she will be understanding.
If you say so. Programme of London Opera.
A programme for the London Opera.
Wait, can I not read the programme for London Opera? I guess not. Okay then. Lieutenant Harrington's letter. Dear Miss Lavinia, excuse my boldness and do believe in my moral, sincere condolences and honourable affections in this terrible time. I cannot excuse myself if I allow you to face all of this on your own. I ordered my valet to move my possessions to the Queen's Arms, which is the nearest inn to Sherringford Hall. I would be greatly honoured if you could allow me to make myself useful to you at my new lodgings. I am but a few minutes away should you require my assistance. I took care to forget my gloves at your mansion, so that my visit to call on you would not invite any undue speculations or gossip. Sincerely and eternally yours, Lieutenant Harrington. Oh dear. At least we know who the gloves belong to now.
No, I need more information.
Okay then. Then get more information, Mr. Holmes. You're usually very good at that. Ah, Miss Lavinia.
Closed.
I'm going to assume the other door is also closed, but I'll try it out anyway.
Closed.
Let's talk to Miss Lavinia Bromsby.
I feel quite ready to answer your questions now, Mr. Holmes. Yesterday I was not in my right senses. I do want to encourage you on the sound advice of Mr. Grimble. He explained to me that everything my father built during his entire life may collapse, unless this gossip ceases and this matter is resolved. Do you agree, Mr. Holmes?
Oh, yes.
Whatever the truth is, I will reveal it. First of all, it is necessary for me to know your acts and your movements during this unfortunate event.
First, I attended my appearance in the powder room. Then, as my father requested, I was standing quietly just inside the ballroom. I powdered my face one last time, while everyone, including myself, was watching my father. Suddenly, I heard this noise from behind me, and then I saw my father stagger and fall. Oh, my dear lord. So I ran to his side and found that he was dead.
What was your relationship with your father?
We barely saw or even wrote to one another for 6 years. But the father that met me upon my return was not the man I remembered. Something in his eyes had changed. There was a wariness there and perhaps even some unexplained anxiety.
And your love interest?
Forgive me, but it seems Lieutenant Harrington has made himself responsible for your care.
Oh, he has proved himself to be most gallant and considerate. I have no friends here, other than Mr. Grimble. Mr. Harrington neither requested nor expected any recognition for his kind interventions and was most attentive yesterday evening.
So you're not going to tell us that he's coming by
Thank you
today?
for answering my questions, miss.
Oh, it is me who should be thanking you.
As I mentioned to you before, if this investigation is to proceed properly, it'll be necessary to examine your father's personal documents. May we see his office? I suppose Sir Bromsby kept his papers in this drawer.
Watch out!
Good God!
It must be one of Fowlett's inventions.
But why
Sir
did
Bromsby
Grimble
mentioned
know
he had
about it?
asked his lawyer to devise security measures to protect his private documentation. I remember now that Fowlett has a unique passion for mechanizations and automatons. I had no idea what kind of devices he had created.
Inspector Lestrade, I give you leave to tend to your appearance. I doubt you can return to the yard in such disrepair. I will now examine this room according to my methods. A page from this book has been marked. Let's examine it.
medieval French art? The first examples of this art from now on, named crude coloured woodcuts, date back to the first decade of the Middle Ages. At that time, there were neither any artistic nor other rationale for hiding one pictures inside another. The motivations were sometimes subversive because certain subjects were forbidden to be artistically represented. Today, this technique is still rarely used, and the great majority of crude-coloured woodcuts conceal only animals or joyful personages in Baroque landscapes. Letter from Fowlett to Bromsby. My dear friend, I would not miss this reception at any cost. I cannot help but envision the sight of Miss Lavinia's eyes when you make your announcement. Fear not, I have not received any bad news from my friend, the customs officials. I will see you then on the day after tomorrow. Your friend, Horace Fowlett. P.S. This book will certainly help you to understand my preference in art that you found so debatable during your last visit. One more challenge.
I need something. A Masonic symbol, no doubt. The young Lavinia, with her grandfather, no doubt.
Nothing else here. Good to know.
This bridge is quite impressive. It must have been a considerable undertaking.
Look here. This message just came for me. 2 days ago, Mr. Horace Fowlett was seen leaving for the North Country. The constable for the town of Flatton, where the solicitor resides, obtained this information from Fowlett's neighbours.
I have a bad feeling about this, Watson. What would you say to a short jaunt to Flatton to finish off our day?
No objection at all, Holmes.
Yes, in a minute.
A remarkable portrait of the late Sir Bromsby. Ideal spot for a hiding place. Obviously impossible. Obviously impossible. It is the pieces of the English edition of the Indian newspaper.
Let's go to Flattham Station then. But I think once we arrive... Cabby! I think once we arrive, I'm going to,
Hello, gentlemen. Constable Fletcher here.
Good day, Constable.
end this session.
Can you help us?
Yes, Inspector Lestrade of Scotland Yard wired me about your arrival and instructed me to do as I would with the inspector himself.
Would you be so good to take us to the neighbours who spoke of that night?
Come with me. Here we are.
Excellent.
Yes, I want to overwrite. Okay, everybody. I have been recording for about an hour and a half now, so I should have some content that I can upload. So, yes, again, I don't know if I am finishing at the end of a part or in the middle of a part, but I hope you are enjoying this Let's Play so far, and I will either see you guys in the next episode or in about 2 seconds.